Denise Colello said it well, that advanced TV is really just bringing data to television. And data has always been part of at least the television buying process to filter out what's the best fit, where's the opportunity. What we see happening today is all the parties coming to the table, kind of a shared sense of purpose, I'd say. All looking to advance measurement, all looking to better understand the value of premium video, a willingness to innovate, whether that's in new formats like Fox, with Joe is starting to roll out more of, all of the networks looking at ways that they can innovate within their current portfolio across linear and digital. And I think a real commitment to it's time to make some real change happen instead of letting these conversations sit at a committee level.
So there's a lot of changes going on. Obviously the AT&T merger with Turner, there's a lot of interest. We read about addressable TV, content owners maybe taking more of a control. How do you see the landscape changing in terms of, well, video, which to some degree has been dominated by Google and Facebook? How do you think the landscape's changing, and what buying opportunities are you hoping for?
The landscape is really evolving to the opportunity to have more precision targeting without walking away necessarily from the scale that all the big players and certainly the television networks bring to the party. So it's starting to shift from the conversations that used to happen that really separated the two worlds of digital and linear, and now again through data and a better understanding of where audiences are, how they're consuming video, the Wavemaker, how we think about the purchase journey and where they're consuming video within that, creates just much more fluidity in how we can think about budgets, how we think about planning and connecting at the right time, and how we're having conversations now with creative agencies to make sure it's not just about where we're connecting with the consumer, but what's the right messaging that's really going to draw them in. And so if you take some of the learnings that maybe we're getting in an isolated silo, like feed consumption of video or what we might be seeing on OTT, and you start to scale that then across the other platforms, it gets much more interesting from a sense of how do you plan for that engagement and plan the right message.
And finally, when you sit down with the creative agencies, and there's so many great ones that you work with, of course, what is it that you want them to do, and how does the creative element need to develop in terms of this new opportunity around video?
Our goal in working with the creative agencies is to get to insights faster and then bring those insights into the story development and the message development they do. So that is fueled by often the media agencies' data inputs, and for Wavemaker it's thinking through momentum and our purchase journey understanding and the database of data points that we have that can then fuel more insights into how to connect and what message to deliver, whether that's hero content, whether it's much more functional. You bring the creative agency into that, gives them a deeper understanding of the consumer than they might have typically gotten on a brief from a client, and that's where the magic starts to happen, when you bring that force together to really start to design an experience instead of simply create an ad based on the specs on a brief.